Allie Schmidt.
And I'm Steve Higgins with HD Wealth Strategies.
As we close the books on 2019, it seems like things are barreling forward so quickly that it can be difficult to take stock of what just happened, much less look beyond to see what's to come. Here are some of the most significant issues affecting investors and most important to us, our clients, as we begin 2020. Number 3, interest rates revisiting record lows.
Right, and after steadily increasing in 2018, the yield on the 10-year Treasury retested multi-generational lows, setting a bottom of less than 1.5% in September. In the spring, some analysts pointed to certain inversions between benchmark rates, specifically the 2- and 10-year Treasuries, as potential indications of a pending recession. Since then, the inversions have appeared to be anomalistic, and the yield curve is normalized. The bond portion of a diversified portfolio fared very well due to the increase in price of bonds caused by a drop in rates, while the actual interest paid on bonds decreased.
Right. And interest rates remain low.
Right.
And 2020 really represents a great opportunity for our clients to be able to make sure you're in the best mortgage position possible. Maybe 2020 is a good time to purchase a new home or invest in an income-producing property, or really refinance that current loan that you have to make sure it's in line. A significant component of the cost to purchase a property is the interest rate because of how large the loan balances are. While the last few years have made us familiar with mortgage rates near 4%, just remember this really is anything but normal, and maybe just a fleeting chance to secure some of the best financing in history.
Right. And number 2, legislative changes affect retirement savings for many.
Now, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act was signed in 2017. However, really Americans didn't feel the impact until they filed their taxes in 2018. We got a real taste for what was going on. The biggest changes for our clients that we saw really came in the way of an increased standard deduction, so a lot of people weren't itemizing anymore, and changes in the way that we manage those itemized deductions, specifically charitable contributions. Never before has the concept of strategic contribution strategies, such as a donor advised fund, for example, been more relevant. And additionally, retirees have found opportunities to benefit from strategies such as a Roth conversion as well. And that's really been due to the changes to the marginal tax rate moving up those brackets.
Right, and as a surprise addition to the year-end budget negotiations, the Secure Act was passed, changing the way many Americans save for retirement. Key changes affecting our clients are the elimination of the Stretch IRA. Previously, beneficiaries of IRAs could stretch the required minimum distribution of their inherited IRA over their own lifespan. Now, the IRA must be withdrawn in 10 years. Additionally, the new age that individuals must begin taking required minimum distributions is now 72 as opposed to 70 and a half. Going forward, there is also no longer a cap on the age at which an individual can make an IRA contribution.
Yeah, some really significant changes. And number 1, which remains our reigning number 1 year after year, is staying the course remains as the key element of success.
Right, the end of 2018 saw the bottom of the first 20% correction in the S&P 500 in a decade. Fear seemed to pervade the headlines. Many novices, as well as experts, foretold of the dire year to come. Here at HD Wealth Strategies, we remain diligent and focused while having meaningful conversations with our clients about their personal goals. We hosted an in-office and a virtual event called Riding Out the Storm, where we discussed the fear and met our clients' concerns head on.
Exactly. In 2019, turned out to be the best total return by the S&P 500 in over 20 years.
Right.
While there was certainly volatility along the way, don't get me wrong, which is totally normal, by the way, stocks rallied through global trade uncertainty and intense political fighting in Washington. Truly, 2019 was just an incredible example of why having that plan, but most importantly, sticking to that plan, is really always the best strategy.
That's right, and 2020 will certainly bring with it volatility and cringeworthy moments. The year begins with the presidential impeachment trial in the Senate, and the year ends with the presidential election. There will be no shortage of political fodder. While the economy remains incredibly strong and has proven to be resilient, there will be short-term setbacks. During any correction, there are certain to be those experts and otherwise once again foretelling certain doom. Remember, having a plan and sticking to the plan is always the best strategy.